Hello, welcome to Project-Based Learning, Module 100, Lesson 5. I can interact with the Cardano application on pre-production testnet, introducing the PPBL faucet. This is the last lesson of the introductory module before we move on to the core course material. In this lesson, we will receive some tokens from a faucet. Faucet is an application on Cardano. And the whole point of the course is to teach you to build applications. You will use the faucet as the example in the following modules. Before we continue with the lesson and complete it, let's talk about some things that caused confusion and misunderstanding with the learners before. So first, to complete the lesson, you need the PPBL token. You can check it in your wallet in the assets section. Secondly, sometimes transactions fail if you don't have collateral set. Collateral can be found in options in Eternal, and in case you don't have enough UTXOs for collateral and Eternal cannot handle it, you can press the receive button, copy your address, then press send button, paste your own address, add 5 ADA to the transaction, then sign the transaction, and it will increase number of UTXOs in your wallet by 1, which usually solves collateral error if it appears. Now let's go back a little bit and talk about difference between wallet addresses and validator addresses. You see, on Cardano there's two types of address, and maybe just one more step back, and it's nice to introduce you at this point to two very nice websites that you will be using a lot if you will be developing on Cardano. The first website is docscardano.org. Using search, you can find a lot of interesting information about Cardano and answer most of your questions. So if we type address here, we can find the article on Cardano addresses which talks about what a Cardano address is, and you can see there's multiple types. I didn't find satisfactory answer to the question in that article, and so I went to this second part of Cardano documentation at developers.cardano.org, and it talks about script addresses here. So what you can find out is that Cardano addresses they simplify authorization rules. I want to withdraw assets, and I can do it in multiple ways. One way I can do this is by signing transaction with my keys. This is a wallet address or single key address. Another way of signing transactions is by using scripts. Script checks several conditions as much as we put inside of it before letting the node know that the transaction succeeded. In our case, the script checks two things. One thing is that the token, PPBL token, is attached to the transaction. If it's not present, the transaction will not succeed. And the second, it enforces the amount of faucet token that we withdraw to be exactly 1 million. Let's now proceed with the transaction. So we checked, I have the PPBL token. Let's go to the live example application. You will see a window like this. Connect your wallet, make sure it's Preprod wallet. If everything goes right, you will see your address here, and you will see message, you have Preprod token. You will also see this green button. So press this button, and you will be presented with the window to sign the transaction. Put your password and sign the transaction with your spending key. You will see message success. You just completed a successful PPBL faucet transaction. You can copy your transaction ID and check it with one of the explorers you can find. If you are asking yourself what are explorers, you can probably explorers are not an article on the developers.org, but one of them is Cardano scan. And you can put your transaction hash here, or your wallet here, or any other, quite a few data points to explore what happens. You can see epoch slot, pool, stake key, and other things, and you can explore them here. Meanwhile, let's check the wallet for the transaction. Yeah, here it is. So here we have successful transaction which gave me 1 million of the Scaffold tokens. Let's look at it more closely. So here are its inputs and outputs. On the bottom is the collateral input. If you'd like to learn about collateral, documentation page explains in detail what is a collateral. It's a piece of just how Cardano works. It's needed for transactions to succeed. Second is the reference input. What is the reference input? You can also find out, I think, in the documentation here. So reference inputs is a big topic, CIP 31. You can find in a CIP repository at the Cardano Foundation GitHub. Now let's see regular inputs. So you can see one input comes from my wallet, identified by this address, and it contains the PPBL token which needs to be present in the transaction for it to succeed. It's what a script changes. So the second input is from the script address, and you can see it dumps just all of the Scaffold tokens that it has into the transaction, and then receives the rest that I don't withdraw as a change. And the third input, I suppose, is the fee input. So I input some of the TA that I have, and the transaction fees will be calculated or like taken away from USDTX. So let's see what goes in the outputs. So first, the success of the script, or successful transactions, putting 1 million of tokens to my account. And also it returns my token, because I need it in the future, and that's how the faucet works. So it gives me the tokens, it gives me my token, then here the output returns the change of the Scaffold tokens back to the faucet contract, and then after paying for the transaction, the change is returned to my account. And so with that, I suppose our lesson is complete. Congratulations, and see you in further lessons.